This is not a troll. NBA2K is actually listening to what the community has to say and asking for feedback on NBA2K20 and feedback moving forward for NBA2K21. I'm going to be honest with you guys here. I honestly never thought I was going to make this video throughout the duration of NBA 2K20. I guess I should say the life cycle of 2K20, but I didn't think I was going to make this video. So this video, I believe the community is actually listening to what we're saying, which is very shocking considering how out of touch they have been with the community throughout the life cycle of NBA 2K20. So Chris Manning, aka LD2K, tweeted out a simple emoji, and that emoji was a picture of an ear, which isn't rocket science. It basically means that he's listening. Now, a lot of people interpreted this for him listening to feedback for NBA 2K21, which is a little concerning because that means most of these people are just saying that NBA 2K20 is chalked and there's no hope for it. But nonetheless, some people actually tweeted some really good ideas at LD2K when he tweeted this. The first one I want to show you here is from Badge Plug, and he said, like if NBA 2K21 should have affiliations. Now, I'm not going to touch on this too much. I 100% agree with this tweet. I do think affiliations should be in NBA 2K21, and honestly, I don't really see why they wouldn't do it. I'm not going to touch on this too much because I already made an entire video about affiliations, but I definitely agree with this tweet, and I do think affiliations should be in the game. Now, there was a bunch of good tweets, a lot of tweets. You guys can go look at the replies and go look at what people are saying, but I'm going to show you and highlight some of the ones that I thought a lot of you guys would agree with as well. So the next one, and there's actually a couple from the same person, and that is Swante. So Swante made a tweet and he said, make the movement like NBA 2K14 to 17. Stop trying to nerf offensive movement and dribbling, which I agree with because dribbling this year was absolutely terrible. It upsets a lot of people. Instead of nerfing offense, just buff defensive movement. I agree with this tweet 100%. I agree with the fact that the movement has definitely changed throughout the years, and I don't really personally like it. I don't really like how stiff I feel on offense, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when you play in the park and you go to do like a quick stop to shoot a three, I'm always fading for some reason, and I have no idea why. Maybe I don't know, I don't have a stop and go badge on, but it just doesn't feel like previous years where you could actually stop on a dime and shoot. I feel myself fading a lot. I feel the movement on offense isn't really the greatest this year, but I definitely agree with that tweet. And another tweet from Swante as well is, nerf brick wall, make screens as effective as they were in 14 to 16. Toxic screens lower the skill gap tremendously. People just zigzag till a big body happens, unrealistic and takes little skill. Buff pick dodger for 20 and 21. Another tweet that I feel all of us can agree with. I feel like Hall of Fame brick wall this year is absolutely overpowered, and I feel like pick dodger doesn't even work. I have two defensive builds that I played with when I first played NBA 2K20, a rebounding wing and a perimeter lockdown, and I have pick dodger on Hall of Fame, and it feels like I don't even have pick dodger on at all. I feel like I get stuck on screens, basically sucked into screens, and it's just something that I just never really understood, but whatever. Another tweet from Swante, which I actually talked about this in my community feed. I made a tweet prior to this, and he says take cages out of the game. Now, a lot of you guys don't understand what this means. A lot of you guys are probably thinking in your head as soon as I said this is, no one plays cages, who cares? But I want you guys to understand this. Having cages in the game takes away from the general population of the park. Now, cages obviously isn't that popular, but 2K20's parks already aren't that full. They're already not that popular, and cages just takes away from that. You got Pro-Am, you got stage, and then for some reason, I don't know why they kept stages in the game, or not stages, cages in the game, because it wasn't popular in 2K19. They simply added it back and just kept it in the game for some reason that I will never, ever understand. And another tweet from Bald Crackhead, aka G-Man. You guys are probably familiar with this guy. He tweeted at LD and he said, theater mode, please. I think this would be amazing, especially for content creators, people who make mixtapes, people who make very cinematic, edits and stuff like that, I think that would be amazing. We've never actually had theater mode in NBA 2K at all, so I feel like if they did implement it, it would be a perfect opportunity to implement it on the new next-gen console. I feel like I'm only showing tweets of people who have an audience, and I'm not purposely trying to do that. I just think the points that a lot of these guys brought up actually are really, really good, and I think a lot of you guys would agree with, hence why these tweets have so many likes and replies. People are obviously agreeing with what they're saying. Now, Swante again tweeted at LD, and he said, make badges easier to get in 20 and 2K21. We just want to play. We're tired of grinding out builds for a whole month just to use him. Now, I think every single person watching this video can agree with it. Now, if there's one thing I will say that's positive about NBA 2K20 is the way they did the badge system this year is absolutely perfect. The way you were able to switch out your badge, maybe you're playing a 6'9" rebounding lock and you're playing center one game and then you're playing off-ball guard the next game. It allows for you to switch your badges. I don't know why I'm explaining this because you guys obviously understand how it works, but the concept of it is really good. But the work and the dedication it takes to actually grind these badges takes way too long, and most people do not have the time to sit there and grind out a player that one they already paid for. It's crazy. It just doesn't really make sense to me that you can pay so much money for the game originally, pay more money for VC, and if you don't pay for the VC, then you're grinding out twice the amount of time repping up your player and then also getting badges on top of that. The badges just have to be easier. They need to keep the same system, but just make the badges easier to get. But I definitely think that was one of the best tweets I saw in his replies. Another one from Swante again. He says, no stores in the next park. Make it like previous 2Ks. Parks will be dead without a logo. Past years, it was so much easier to get games. Now, this is very, very, very true, but I want to talk about this because obviously this involves the neighborhood. That's what the neighborhood was. They were implementing stores, but I don't think a lot of you guys understand, and me, myself, it took me a long time to realize this until someone explained it to me. The reason why NBA 2K has the neighborhood in the game is because of their sponsorships and their advertisements. All of those things that are in the game were there for simple product placement and for them to get their advertisements off. I thought about it for a little while, and it's kind of, sad to come to a realization of it, but I don't think the neighborhood will ever go away. I really don't. It gives 2K too much of an opportunity for them to advertise more, therefore make more money through brand deals with these big companies, and overall it's a business, so obviously 2K is going to try to make money, but I didn't really think of it until someone explained it to me, but I really don't think the neighborhood's going anywhere, so I still think there is going to be stores in the park, unfortunately. But now, last but not least, I could sit here and show you guys 500 tweets, and this could be a 20-minute video, but I'm gonna cut it a little short and show you guys this one last tweet from Poyboy Sin, and he simply just said, just fly me out for the NBA 2K21 conference meeting. Now, I don't think any person would disagree with this, because I think we can all say that Poyboy Sin probably has the most games played this year and has probably had the most games played, and I want to say the last 3 to 4 years of 2K. His grind and his dedication is something that is out of this world. I don't think anybody else in the world plays more 2K than this guy has in the past 3 to 4 years. It's absolutely insane. But with that being said, he understands the game. He understands what needs to be changed, what needs to be fixed, especially when it comes to Park. Now, when it comes to my team, obviously that is a different story, but I think if they just flew out a couple of content creators who actually play the game, then they would get a good feel on what needs to be changed and what doesn't need to be changed. Because when it comes to promotion for the new 2K, I'm going to be honest here, a lot of people that they fly out don't play the game. And if they do, they don't play the game throughout the entire year. They just give up, and a lot of them, no offense, don't really have an idea of what's going on with the game. They don't really care. They're content creators. They're more focused on the content than actually enjoying the game. And I think that's one of the bigger issues with 2K. But nonetheless, if you guys want to check out all the replies to that tweet, just go to LD2K on Twitter, look at his replies, and you guys will see all of them. But good news, maybe they're actually listening to us, maybe they're not. I'm not really too sure. All I know is taking this from a perspective of myself and a perspective from a lot of you guys, 2K20 isn't fun. We get that. We understand. They probably understand that, even though sometimes we don't really feel that way because they don't really communicate. But the fact that LD2K is communicating with the community and listening to feedback, and I know that LD actually reads these replies, is actually a really, really good thing, because in previous years, they haven't done this before. They haven't done anything, listening to anything, and if they do, a lot of it doesn't get implemented. But we just have to wait until NBA 2K21, which is kind of weird to even discuss because it's February and we're thinking about 2K21. But this is good news. It's a good sign for NBA 2K21 that there's actually some sort of communication between us and the actual NBA 2K game and the people who work there. But nonetheless, I'm going to stop talking. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like and do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think my voice cracked like 6-7 times during that video, but whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time, and